All right, we're gonna rock out here with a little bit of little Dark Souls 2 for you. Just got the itch, no rhyme or reason to it, but we're rocking our 151, kind of a quality build. It's got a baby bonk. We're rocking the old Knight hammer, so it's a great hammer. I got it raw infused, and this thing's a beast, man. Do a lot of fun stuff with this. And I could optimize the build more, but I don't, because I like having options. But this is what I've been playing with, and you can see it just does huge damage, it does pancakes, it does everything you need, and it's a lot of fun to play with. I get it paired with the offhand Red Rust Scimitar, and makes for a good speedy combo. Gives me the option to throw out some parries, and yeah, we do what we can do. I'm gonna throw the stats up here real quick for you. Nothing too crazy, and again, it's an old hammer. We got a pyromancy flame just to cast some warmth, and yeah, that's about it. So I get the Flynn's ring and the Ring of Blades on here because this is a low-level, low-soul memory build, and pancake, nice parry, nerd. And yeah, so did not level up vitality or vigor. I don't know, whatever the one is that gives you more equip load in this one. But yeah, Dark Souls 2, man. I love this game. I love the PvP in it. You really need to manage your stamina, your placement, your spacing. Got the iframes on the back steps. It's just a hell of a game, man. I miss it. But it's not without its flaws or its quirks. It's definitely got... Sometimes it has the most amazing hitboxes where, like, if you swing a heavy and you miss by an inch, you actually miss. And then there's other times where you're getting hit from across the room, and you don't know why, and it feels unfair. But regardless of all that, that's every FromSoft game. That's every Souls game or Elden Ring, whatever. They all have their moments. Now we get a lot of good things going on here, and like I said, it's the bonk build. Unlike Elden Ring, for those of you unfamiliar, when you're an invader, you don't get any Estus. You don't have a way to heal other than spells. So you really gotta manage the way you play a lot more. Now, back in the day when it was actually pretty active, it was a lot more of a problem because you had phantoms and ganks were a lot harder to deal with. You can't heal versus 3 people, and some of those invasions would be over real quick. But then we have other ones like this where you're fighting a solo host, you're doing some damage, and you can't quite finish it. They start healing. You just start trying to parry because you want to be fancy, and you put yourself in a bad spot. And next thing you know, they're popping some radiant life gems. And yeah, you do a little face-off. You're trying to wait for him to make a move. You get that weird backstab stuff that happens sometimes. Probably looked good on his screen. Didn't look too good to me. But, we even it right up with a big hefty R2, run an attack with the scimitar, you get that double hit, and he made a mistake there. He went past this little room, and he's going to wake up the stone statues back there that drop the stone twin blades. Real fun weapon. Twin blades originated in this one. I mean, Dark Souls 2 gets a lot of crap, but it had a lot of innovations. It had the twin blades. It was the first time where there were weapons that could be used as a catalyst. You had the blue flame sword. There's a twin blade you can cast with. There's the mace of the insolent that you can cast miracles with. There's a shield. All sorts of stuff that you can use as an alternate means to cast spells. So yeah, it's a game that deserves more credit than it gets. Now, because the game's so old at this point, and they just had the Return to Drangleic event, it's a little more active at the moment, but mostly you're seeing solo hosts if anybody at all, running through the game. I saw this guy was a little beat up, so I healed. I threw the warmth in here, so he had a chance to heal. Figured maybe he ran through the dragon area and didn't get a chance to heal up. But he didn't want that warmth. He's waving me on to fight, so we're gonna have a weird little duel in this tiny room. Hits me with the golf swing, sends me flying. Warmth is keeping us going. Unfortunately, 2 of those in a row, and you're gonna run out of stamina, be subject to a backstab, and you're all done. Now this guy here, we had a couple fights with this dude, and there's not a lot of people playing, like I said, so you'll see some of the same people over and over again. Like that last guy that was healing in with double clubs. We're going to see him a few times. That hallway, for those of you who don't know, is right before a boss. It's the Looking Glass Night, and this was kind of a throwback to Demon Souls, where you got to be the boss. You don't quite get to be the boss, but the boss summons players for PvP in the middle of the boss fight. It was great. Mechanic that I wish they brought back. Anyways, Fluid Sweat there. We run into him in the area. We have a nice little fight. He goes down, and I ran into him a little later on. And now, the Red Eye Orb is not infinite use. You have to go to the arena and win duels. So every time somebody disconnects on you, it's kind of a big kick in the nuts, you know, because it's not that big of a deal. Because whatever, you go make a couple fights, you get your Red Eye Orb back, but still, it strikes me as rude. Like, just fight or play offline. There's ways to avoid PvP if you want to. But you'll see that guy, he doesn't want to avoid PvP. He just, he didn't want to fight in that particular situation. Now this dude here, another one, he looked like he was ready to go. He's, got the GIMP costume going. I try to come in here to end him. Give him a quick little 1-2 with the R2 follow-up, and now he's gone invincible mode because she's out of here. She disconnected again, so got quite a few of those disconnects. But we got Fluid Sweat back. Fluid Sweat, such a weird, sweaty name. I don't something about it I don't like. But yeah, now he's ready to fight. Now he's all waggling at me after I beat him once earlier, and now he's disconnecting. But now he wants to act cocky. He wants to go for the backstabs, and he's like, "Oh, look at me! I can dodge a big giant club." Yeah, it's not easy at all. But anyways, we take him out, and while I don't usually like to get all, showboaty or cringy celebrations, but I'm gonna give him the look at me, because he irritated me. So this is what happens with the boss I was talking about before. You put your summon sign down in the area leading up to the boss, and back in the day this could happen a lot. Very rare these days. But Looking Glass Knight, he wants to summon me. I'm pumped up. We're ready to go. So let's see what happens. I'm going to pause the music so you can appreciate this. Well, it takes a little while to load. As you're just about to go in, as the boss is summoning you in, the music for the fight starts kicking in. You can hear that going. So you get that kind of anticipation of, here it goes. Here's going to be the big boss battle. Now me, I don't want it to end too quickly, so the first thing I do is throw down the warmth for the boss. But I always thought this was an easy boss. I don't know how he gets wrecked so quickly, but it happens. I was hoping to heal the boss, so we got a chance to mess with him a bit. But that's Dragon Flare, the dual club guy, and then we run into him again. I'll kick the music back on. You can see he's giving me the come on gesture. He's sick of my nonsense. He didn't like the fact that I invaded him and followed him to the boss fight and got him again here. But, he's going through the natural progression of the game. And while I'm not following him intentionally, if there's only like 8 people online, odds are I'm gonna be tracking you down just because that's all there is to do. the music in the background, if anyone cares, back in the day, Sega Genesis had a Dungeons and Dragons game called Warriors of the Eternal Sun. And I think the Sega Genesis's soundtracks for a lot of their stuff back in the day is underrated. Everybody's all Nintendo phased. But I was always a Sega kid for whatever reason. And yeah. Anyways, Warriors of the Eternal Sun. Great entry into the Dungeons & Dragons franchise. If you never got a chance to play it, give it a whirl. But yeah, that aside, it's fighting time. So there's not a lot left going on here. I'll try to shut up a little bit and just let some music play. I gotta give him the no. Start shooting at me while I'm on that wobbly bridge. Can't really walk right, can't really dodge right, so it's a little rude. And he continues to be here rude when I ran into him later, this Henrique Stark guy. So now I wanna make him do something here. All these little dragon bros off on the side here, they're non-hostile unless you you ignore the duel that they have set up, or, there's some covenants that they don't like, I think, or at least they used to be like that. Between the original Dark Souls 2 and Scholar of the First Sin, and all that stuff, I forget all the lore changes. It's all kind of a big mishmash in my head. But anyways, if I can get him to make one of these little dragons angry, then they're all going to bum rush him. So that's kind of what I'm trying to do here, while also putting pressure on him. I don't want to make it too obvious. But on the same hand, I got to try to survive. But thankfully, I think on the next shot here, I managed to pull it off, and they all bum rush him down. Maybe he just hits one by accident, and now it's time to enjoy the show. But anyways, that's Dark Souls 2. That's my low-level bonker. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and maybe we'll do a little more of this. Later.